You've been lied to. Not maliciously, but the advice you've followed about protein for the past 2 decades was built for two 5-year-olds, not for men whose bodies run on completely different biochemistry. And if you're over 60, eating chicken breast every single day, thinking it's the gold standard for muscle building, I need to stop you right there, because it might be the reason your muscles aren't responding the way they should. I'm Marcus Reed. I'm 58. I spent 14 years as a professional athlete, and now I train men over 50 full-time. And let me tell you, the biggest mistake I see in this community isn't training too hard or not enough. It's eating the wrong proteins at the wrong biological stage of life. Here's the science that stopped me cold when I first read it. After the age of 60, your muscles develop a condition called anabolic resistance. That means the protein signaling pathway, the mTOR pathway, which is the molecular switch that turns on muscle protein synthesis, becomes significantly less sensitive to the same leucine doses that worked when you were younger. Translation: the same chicken breast that used to build your bicep now barely registers in your cells. But here's what I discovered. 3 specific foods that overcome anabolic resistance by delivering a different combination of amino acid density, leucine load, and synergistic micronutrients that act directly on your mTOR pathway, your myostatin suppression system, and your testosterone to cortisol ratio. And the 4th thing I'll share at the end, the force multiplier, is the single timing habit that makes all 3 of these foods up to twice as effective. Stay with me, we're going deep. And by the time we're done, you're going to understand your body's muscle-building machinery better than most doctors do. Food Hasson. Wild salmon. Raymond, 67, came to me 6 months ago with a familiar complaint. He'd been lifting consistently for 2 years, eating chicken and egg whites religiously, but his lean mass wasn't budging. His grip strength was declining. His energy in the gym had plateaued. He looked at me and said, "Marcus, am I just too old for this to work?" I told him no. I told him he had the wrong fuel in the engine. Raymond had never considered wild salmon as a muscle-building food. He thought of it as heart food, brain food. But here's what the research reveals. Wild salmon delivers something no chicken breast can match. A combination of complete amino acids plus omega, 3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, which have a direct and measurable effect on muscle protein synthesis beyond what amino acids alone can trigger. Here's the mechanism. Omega, 3 fatty acids, don't just reduce inflammation, they physically incorporate into muscle cell membranes, making those membranes more fluid and more responsive to anabolic signals. Think of your muscle cell membrane as a locked door. Leucine knocks. Normally, after 60, that door is stiff. Anabolic resistance means the lock is harder to turn. Omega, 3S, essentially oil the hinge. They upregulate the mTOR signaling cascade by sensitizing the membrane receptors to insulin and amino acid inputs. In practical terms, the same leucine load produces a greater anabolic response when omega-3 levels in your cell membranes are high. Wild salmon also carries roughly 25 grams of high-quality protein per 4-ounce serving, with a leucine content close to 2 grams per serving, which hits the critical leucine threshold needed to maximally stimulate mTOR in older adults. Farmed salmon delivers far less EPA and DHA. The ratio matters. Wild is non-negotiable here. Additionally, wild salmon is one of the richest dietary sources of vitamin D3 and astaxanthin, a potent carotenoid antioxidant that reduces exercise-induced muscle damage and accelerates recovery. In men over 60, muscle recovery is the real limiting factor for building mass. You don't grow during the workout. You grow in the 48 hours after. Anything that shortens and improves that recovery window is pure gold. The protocol is direct. 3 to 4 servings of wild sockeye or coho salmon per week. Each serving, approximately 4 to 6 ounces. Ideally grilled or baked, not fried, because oxidizing those omega-3 fatty acids defeats the purpose entirely. Raymond switched out 2 of his weekly chicken meals for wild salmon. Within 8 weeks, his grip dynamometer reading improved by 11%. Not because he trained harder, because his fuel finally matched his biology. But salmon is only the first layer. The second food targets a biological brake on your muscle growth that most men have never even heard of. Food #2, whole edge. Gerald, 72, was a serious egg white guy. Had been for 20 years. He'd read the old cholesterol research, threw out the yolks, and felt virtuous about it. He was also one of the slowest muscle gainers I'd ever worked with. And when I ran his blood work, his testosterone was sitting at the low end of the normal range, with virtually no dietary cholesterol coming in. These two facts were not a coincidence. Here's what the narrative about eggs got wrong. The yolk isn't the enemy. The yolk is the engine. For men over 60, the yolk is where nearly all of the muscle-building synergy lives, and I mean that in a precise biochemical sense. First, let's talk myostatin. Myostatin is a protein your body produces that literally acts as a brake on muscle growth. It's a governor. Your body uses it to keep you from building too much muscle mass too fast. In younger men, myostatin levels are relatively low. In men over 60, myostatin activity increases significantly, which is one of the key biological mechanisms behind sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss that affects over 30% of men over 60. Whole eggs, specifically the combination of yolk, phospholipids, choline, and leucine, found only when you eat the complete egg, have been shown to produce a measurably greater muscle protein synthetic response than egg whites alone, even when total protein content is matched. The researchers were surprised. The yolk contains bioactive compounds, phosphatidic acid being one of them, that independently activate mTOR signaling. The yolk also delivers dietary cholesterol, which serves as the direct precursor to testosterone synthesis in your Leydig cells. This is not optional chemistry. Your body cannot manufacture testosterone without cholesterol. When you strip the yolk, you strip the raw material for your primary anabolic hormone. For men over 60 who are already fighting natural testosterone decline, cutting dietary cholesterol is working against your own biology. 3 to 4 whole eggs per day is the research-supported range for active older men. The modern consensus on dietary cholesterol and cardiovascular risk has shifted substantially. For most healthy adults, dietary cholesterol has minimal impact on LDL levels compared to saturated fat intake. If you have a specific lipid condition, discuss with your physician. But the blanket fear of egg yolks? That belongs in the same drawer as fat-free everything. Gerald started eating 3 whole eggs with breakfast every morning. He did nothing else differently. In 12 weeks, his lean mass increased by 1.8 kilograms. That's not magic. That's what happens when you stop fighting your own endocrine system. Now, food number 3 is the one most men have never even considered. And it works on a pathway that neither salmon nor eggs can touch. Food, #3, grass-fed beef, not chicken. Here is the core problem with chicken breast for men over 60, stated plainly. It is an incomplete anabolic signal. Chicken breast is a high-protein, low-fat food, and for men under 40, that's a fine trade. But your muscle-building machinery in your 60s doesn't just need amino acids. It needs amino acids, plus the hormonal cofactors that tell your body it's safe to build. And those cofactors live in fat-bearing foods. Victor, 64, trained 4 days a week and ate chicken at almost every meal. He was textbook disciplined. His protein intake, by the numbers, was excellent. But his muscle-to-fat ratio was barely improving and his recovery was consistently slow. When I looked at his food diary, the problem was obvious. Almost zero dietary creatine, almost zero carnitine, and almost zero zinc from food sources. 3 nutrients found in high concentrations in grass-fed beef and in negligible amounts in chicken. Let's break this down by the numbers. Creatine, not the supplement, the naturally occurring compound in red meat, functions as a rapid replenishment substrate for ATP production in muscle cells. Your body naturally stores creatine in muscle tissue, and that storage declines with age. Dietary creatine from beef replenishes those stores and has been directly linked to improvements in high-intensity training output in older adults. L-carnitine, found in significant concentrations in beef, plays a critical role in transporting long-chain fatty acids into the mitochondria for energy production. Think of your mitochondria as the aging power plants of your cells. After 60, those power plants become less efficient. Mitochondrial function declines and energy production per cell drops. L-carnitine is the fuel transport system. Without adequate carnitine, your mitochondria run at reduced capacity even if you feed them plenty of fat. Zinc deserves special mention for men in this age group. Zinc is not a luxury micronutrient. It is the most critical mineral cofactor in testosterone synthesis, and it's also directly involved in the activity of insulin-like growth factor 1, which works in parallel with testosterone to drive muscle protein synthesis. Grass-fed beef contains approximately 5 to 7 milligrams of zinc per 4 ounce, serving roughly half of a man's daily requirement from one meal. Chicken delivers less than 1 milligram per comparable serving. Why grass-fed specifically? The fatty acid profile. Grass-fed beef has a dramatically better omega-6 to omega-3 ratio closer to 2 to 1 versus the 6 to 1 or higher ratio in grain-fed beef. Excessive omega-6 intake promotes systemic inflammation, which elevates cortisol. Elevated cortisol is catabolic. It literally breaks down muscle tissue. The protein quality of beef is also superior for older men. It contains higher levels of glycine and hydroxyproline, amino acids critical for tendon and joint matrix synthesis that chicken lacks in significant quantity. The protocol: 3 to 4 servings of grass-fed beef per week, 4 to 6 ounces per serving. Lean cuts, sirloin, flank, eye of round, to manage saturated fat intake while capturing the full micronutrient profile. Victor made the switch. Within 10 weeks, he reported faster recovery, more training volume, and a visible change in arm and shoulder definition. His body finally had the complete biochemical toolkit. Before I get to the force multiplier that makes all three of these foods twice as effective, I want to hear from you. Right now, in the comments, tell me, what's the one thing about your body's recovery or muscle building that frustrates you most since turning 60? Is it slow recovery, plateau in strength, or is it losing muscle no matter what you do? Drop it below, because your answer directly shapes the follow-up content I build for this channel. Every response I read, every single one. Here is the single habit that determines whether these three foods work at 50% or 100% of their potential, and it costs you nothing extra. It's called the post-exercise anabolic window, and in older men, this window is both more critical and more forgiving than popular advice suggests. Research consistently shows that muscle protein synthesis in men over 60 peaks within 45 to 60 minutes after resistance training, and that the rate of synthesis is dramatically amplified when protein delivery is timed to coincide with elevated growth hormone and testosterone levels that follow training. But here's what most men in this age group miss. The anabolic window isn't just about speed, it's about dose. Men over 60 require a higher per-meal leucine dose to hit the mTOR activation threshold, approximately 3 to 3.5 grams of leucine per meal versus 1.7 to 2 grams for younger men. A 4-ounce serving of wild salmon post-workout delivers this. 2 whole eggs with 3 ounces of grass-fed beef delivers this. Chicken breast, depending on serving size, often doesn't. The force multiplier protocol is this. Within 45 minutes of completing your resistance training session, consume one of your 3 target foods alongside 20 to 30 grams of fast-digesting carbohydrates. The carbohydrate spike triggers an insulin response. Insulin, often demonized, is actually a potent anabolic hormone. In this post-exercise window, insulin drives amino acid uptake into muscle cells and suppresses muscle protein breakdown simultaneously. It acts as an amplifier to every anabolic signal those 3 foods send. White rice, a banana, a small potato. These are not indulgences post-workout. They are anabolic co-drivers. Victor applied this. He ate his grass-fed beef with a cup of white rice within 40 minutes of training. His recovery time dropped by a day and a half per session. Raymond ate wild salmon with a small baked potato after his workouts. Gerald had 3 whole eggs over easy with a half cup of jasmine rice. All 3 men in their 60s and 70s started gaining lean mass that had eluded them for years. Same genetics, same age, completely different results. The difference was precision. Most men your age have already given up. They've accepted the narrative that muscle loss is inevitable, that slowing down is just part of aging, that the body they had at 45 is gone for good. They're eating the same foods they've always eaten, getting the same results they've always gotten, and calling it biology when it's actually just habit. You didn't do that. You're here, you went deep, and now you understand something that puts you in a genuine top 5%, not as marketing language, but as biology. You understand that anabolic resistance is real and beatable. You understand the leucine threshold. You know what mTOR responds to. You know why myostatin is your quiet enemy and how whole eggs address it. You know the difference between chicken's incomplete anabolic signal and the full biochemical symphony in wild salmon and grass-fed beef. That knowledge compounds. Every training session, every meal, every recovery window you optimize, you're building a biological advantage that men who skip this video simply don't have. This isn't motivation talk. This is metabolic science working in your favor. The protocol one more time, clean and clear. Wild salmon 3 to 4 times a week, 4 to 6 ounces per serving, grilled or baked. Whole eggs, 3 to 4 per day. The complete egg. Grass-fed beef, 3 to 4 times per week. Lean cuts, 4 to 6 ounces. Force multiplier. Consume your target protein within 45 minutes post-training, paired with 20 to 30 grams of fast-acting carbohydrate. If this shifted something for you, if it made you reconsider what's been on your plate and why, share it with one man you know who's in this fight. Not because this channel needs the numbers, because that man deserves to know his body is not working against him. It's waiting for the right instructions. Build it like you mean it. I'll see you in the next one.